together to try to make life miserable for these visitors. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Old Dominion Monarchs. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Checking in with the Buckeyes head coach before the game. This running back has been unstoppable this season. He is ranked top 5 in the country in rushing yards, and people are starting to mention his name in the Heisman talk. He is really devastating at the line of scrimmage, showing patience running behind blocks. And Coach said he belongs in this conversation as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The Buckeyes will kick off first, and here we go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. On the ground, it's Roach. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So, you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
Picks up the first down. At the 40, there he goes. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Running the red zone, it's James. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And we kind of wondered coming into this game, did they want to run it up the middle? Do they want to run it near that big fella at defensive tackle? Because he's a grown man, makes plays all over the field. They try him early. I wonder if they'll keep trying it, because we haven't seen a lot of people week in and week out that has been able to block that big fella.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down, and likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Fires into the end zone. Oh, it's picked off. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early. Takes a handoff. It's Jackson. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
And you've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
Creates maybe a crease. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
First down for the offense.
The Buckeyes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
He makes the tackle at the 37. It's a pickup of 5. That's good enough for a first down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Powerful running as he trucks his way to the 28. That last connection left him a little short of the first down, but in perfect spot to attack on second and short. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's third and short. Tight end now in motion. From the gun on third down, Sayin. Firing to the right, complete. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Oh, they're after him. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And this has been a really good first drive, man. You talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a third down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum and not try to kick these field goals, because, you know, kicking field goals sometimes down the road can come back to bite you.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but...
And they got him for the sack. Had good protection for a minute. Tried to create a little more time, and the defense was there to stop it.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's third and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. Sayin from the gun on third down. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Makes the catch. Plenty of room. Feet down in the end zone. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a crease. It's Roach. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Got the back over the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on third down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's it.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Motion from the back. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's 4th and short, 4th and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But 4th and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit.
Punt, and he's got room. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had the
pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Sayin on the play action. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Here comes the field goal unit. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. The Monarchs send out the offense to go to work. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end. Finding some room. Makes it past the marker. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Agnew. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Another incompletion on third down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And the Monarchs looking to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Right down the middle. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. He couldn't do it on that last play.
Quickly complete. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together. And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
That's caught. It's Jackson.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
You know they'd love to convert this 3rd down after missing a field goal on the last drive. Finds a man in the middle. Breaks free. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Once he got some room, it was over. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
The Monarchs are in the hurry-up. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a 1st down. Running inside, it's Roach. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Bought a little time, lets it go. Hines is back in the middle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. These red zone trips, red has meant stopped. They've gotten nothing in 3 previous tries. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
One thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a 1-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
Lining up to add another. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Cross. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The run inside. It's Jackson. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Play fake, Julian Sayed. He's going for the big play. Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice.
Oh, he's got some space. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Old Dominion.
You know, sudden change situations are so interesting because oftentimes in that kind of instance, you get the ball back on a turnover and offenses are trying to take a shot looking for the home run touchdown. But that time, they just turned around and handed it off. It was a more conservative play call, David, but it gave them the same desired result.
Well, and it's kind of crazy. When you force that turnover, everybody goes bananas. The sideline's going nuts. You get a little bit of extra juice, and then they hand the football off, and everybody does their job. They capitalize on it. Momentum swings happen so fast in college football.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Handoff to the lone back. Fighting off the just shedding tackles. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
Man, I just love physical backs that break tackles and get those extra yards and show that toughness, Palmer.
He's so hard to get on the ground, David. He plays with great pad level and also has phenomenal balance for a running back.
And the timing just a hair off.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Here's Sayin to throw. Quick strike complete. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Got his man on the right. Snags it, and there's running room. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on 1st down. Again, it's Sayin. Throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Say it. Fires quickly. Runs through a man. He might have space. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Buckeyes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. From the red zone, it's Jackson. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Ohio State calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Motion from the wideout. Makes the catch. And they're able to get him on the ground. Final timeout called by the Buckeyes. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Barrels ahead. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Buckeye!
And they pound the rock. The run game comes through late in the first half when you needed it. Now they take the lead. They take the momentum. That's how you end the first half.
And they tacked on the extra point. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. On the delay, it's Roach. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll try to pop the draw. He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. Quarterback making checks. He's looking to pass. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. And leading things off, we take a look at Miami, taking on the number 7 team, the Ole Miss Rebels. And it's the Hurricanes, with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game. The victory gets this team to 4-2. It has not been a perfect start, but they are right in position entering the second half. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And a really nice setup here to take a shot if they want. 3 receivers to the right. Throwing, say it. Moving out to the right. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Booster, booster. Go, go.
Lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Say it. Here's a heat. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down.
And this offense stays aggressive, and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it, beat a more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
Makes a man miss. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Say it. Caught in the backfield, it's Jackson. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. The Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Bringing the heat. A little release to the back. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Here's Julian Sayin to throw. The screen, he's got wheels. Touchdown, Ohio State. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players, and quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his second touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. On the move, it's Roach. Stumbled to the ground. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. They'll move the wide receiver. On 4th down, looking for the completion. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. And the Buckeyes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Jackson. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
I mean, you just can't teach and coach big D tackles to be that quick. I mean, he shot right out of his stance, beat the offensive lineman, and he was in the backfield before the O-line even knew it.
Here's Sayin to throw. Stepping to the right. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
Well, he tried everything he could that time just to not take a negative play. He didn't get sacked. It was a great job avoiding that. He's just able to get what he can get on the scramble play here, down close in the red zone.
Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensively.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So Old Dominion's offense hopes this drive holds some promise. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. I'm
going over the top. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Monarchs want to move quickly. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere,
There he goes to the left. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. The Monarchs come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They've got the screen set up. Could not make his way to the corner. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Going for 6. Touchdown, ODU. A great catch in the end zone. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
but that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Give to the single back. Shows him the stiff arm. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on first down, 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. Might have a chance. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's shown it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Roach. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Fires downfield. And his throw is incomplete.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown on this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Gets the back moving.
Enter! Hey! Enter! Wilson! Escape!
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Catches it, past the sticks, and still on his feet. And the Monarchs in the hurry up.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to...
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. How about that play by the strong safety? Made sure his responsibility was covered, and then just went and made a play.
And sometimes it's freestyling, right? Sometimes coaches will get a little bit upset, but they don't get near as upset when I get the guy on the ground. They're okay with that, but I'm spinning down. I'm playing close to the line of scrimmage as a strong safety. I see the quarterback. I got to make sure if I do go to him, I better get that sucker, and I better wrap him up, and I better tackle him.
That one comes out hot down the right side. Makes a deep grab. Turning it on. He is in. Touchdown, Monarchs.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
He'll bring it out. It's cross. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Looking for space. It's Jackson. Got enough for the first. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today rank, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Offense gets set for second down. They'll move the tight end. The give on the counter. Running to maybe some room here. Running through contact. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Running inside. It's Jackson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Rodgers. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
That's what I'm talking about. Keep fighting, right? This game ain't over yet. Like, you still got an opportunity. Does it look good? No. But now I got the ball back. Great job by the defense forcing the turnover. Now let's see if we can go out and make this thing interesting, put some plays together, maybe get an onside kick. Who the heck knows?
Picks his way ahead, pick up of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Using his legs, it's James. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's build.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Timeout signaled for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Unloads to the wideout. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Monarchs want to crank the tempo.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
He wants to change this route. To the air on second down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. How about this strong safety here, just trusting his gut and going and making a play on the quarterback?
And you can't coach that. A lot of times people see things or they don't and understand, I can go get him right now. I can understand the situation. There's all kinds of guys throughout history that just have a great feel. He had a great feel on that play, went to the quarterback, got the sack.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
After that incompletion on third down, you're not quite in panic mode yet on offense, but the sense of urgency is really ratcheting up because you're down 2 possessions, not a lot of time left on the clock. You have got to find your best playmaker right here on fourth down. This could be the game. This is a play you absolutely have to make.
Under fire. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Buckeye! The defense putting points on the board. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
And what a fantastic job by the defense there on that fourth down. They understand, obviously, having a big lead. The offense is going to go for it. They're going to have to throw. Everybody on defense has their eyes on the QB. They're able to jump in front of the pass, take it in for a touchdown, build their lead, and that essentially seals this game. They're going to go home with the W.
The Monarchs send out the offense to go to work. And maybe that fumble recovery becomes the first step in a miracle rally. Sends it back in motion. They'll start this drive going to the air. Working that left side now. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. Out of bounds at the 23-yard line as this offense dials up a chunk play.
After giving up that big shot defensively, how confident are you calling that coverage again? You're now on your own end of the field, and now your backs are against the wall.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Makes the grab. And the defense drags him down. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Touchdown, Old Dominion. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Here in the second half of this game, you're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. And if they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
Coming out with it, it's Parker. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. They're working that left side. And a little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Say it. Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. Saying from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the middle. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down.
Ooh, you're living dangerously now. You've got the lead.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Motion from the back. Saying back to the air. Looking long. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Biggest drive of the game. Great field position for this offense, and the heat is on the D. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Quickly to the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, ODU.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
And the extra point is good. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Throwing. Say it. Looking to scramble. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the run, it's Rodgers. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Send the tight end in motion. Play fake, say it. Moves around to clear up the vision. Tight end finds a soft spot. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Saying from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That'll be a 1st down, and the last one they'll need as they're going to get the victory in this one.
Man, I'm not surprised, man. They go to the bullpen, bring me the closer in. Like, He's their star. This whole thing is built around him. Late in the game, you need a play. Palmer, you go to your guy. You give him the football, let him make a play, and he does it right there.
Well, he's just got so much confidence. He knows with the tools he has that he's one of the best in the game. And so in that kind of moment, you want the football. You want to be in charge. You want to be the guy that closes this thing out. No surprise, making a great decision, accurate throw, ball game. It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
The Buckeyes enter the final minute trying to drain the clock. Wide receiver going in motion. Say it. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Finds his big tight end. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
He got nowhere, but now it's decision time. It's third down. Listen, if I go get this first down, there's a good chance this ball game's over. The clock's going to run out. So how aggressive do I want to be on this third down?
Well, I want to be aggressive if I'm on defense. You can tell in these last couple plays, they've been selling out, putting a lot of bodies close to the run.
And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You play through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown.
That is add the insult to injury. Running the football late, could have taken a knee, could have ran the clock out, but those stats count, those stats matter, and this handshake with the coaches might get a little more interesting.